So this morning we're gonna record our session with the head halter just because it was pretty dark by the time we were able to yesterday evening. We'll just go over again some of the basics. So unlike a prong collar, instead of adding additional pressure, we're putting certain pressure in a certain area. Good boy. And what's important about this is that we're not going to be the ones putting in the pressure. It'll be kind of him hitting the boundary and then pushing past it. And that act alone there is going to be what ends up causing most of the, causing most of the pressure. Come here, bud. Come here. There you go. He's got the little pup there you might want to play with. But usually it takes about a week for pups to get used to it, just having something on their head. But so long as we try to make it a good positive experience and it doesn't bother them unless they're, of course, starting to pull, then it helps the process. So that's why while we're out, it goes really well with, good boy, it goes really well with our training right now, which is loose leash training anyways. So the leash should be loose most of the time and then only tight when we actually need some extra help here with getting his attention or to stop him from pulling. So you can kind of see here, he starts barking because the other pup starts barking. It's easy for me to help control him because he's got the head halter on. Hi, how you doing?
I'm all right, and yourself?
Good. Hi, little guy.
Nope.
Good job. Oh, it's okay. He's friendly. Just getting all sorts of mixed up, but he's friendly. I got you. There you go. You're good. Hold on. Chip. Chip. Good boy. Chip. Sit. Good. Hey, listen. Oh, drop. Okay, that's fine. Tell him, big guy. Is he being too much? He's just a puppy, so he just wants. A few months.
Oh, okay.
He just wants to play. He just wants to play no matter what, so he's not like perturbed at all by his barking at him. Should be at least a little bit, but I think he knows that he wants to play.
So he's
so.
waiting for him to run or something so he can run along with him.
He's like, nah, I want to just smell. There you go. Usually when he plays with his friends, they're taking turns humping one another. There you go. Here, let me get him this one. Come. Sit. Good boy. Wait. Wait. Good boy. Good wait. You want a treat?
Sure.
Right. I break these in half for him, so you can give it a shot. Oh.
I think his thing is coming off.
Yeah, he's slipping it over the top of his head. Good boy. Come here, bud. Good boy. There you go. Put it back down. Good job. There you go. Good boy. Ah, there you go. Hopefully he likes it. Trying to get this guy used to this head halter so he doesn't pull all the time. Good boy.
I think it's going over his eye.
Oh my goodness. Come here, bud. Oh. Oh, good boy. Come here. Come here. Come. Good boy. Sit. Let me fix it. There you go. See, you got it. Now you just got to do that a whole bunch of times a day, just like me. There you go. He's doing good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 'cause I got a snack in my hand. He'll do anything for a snack.
Yeah. It takes a while, but sometimes they get you condition them to do it like just pretending like you hold a snack, and then you reach in and give them a reward, right? So wait, good. And sometimes that's how you're able to kind of wean them off of it. Oh, so you can see here how much harder it is to hold him when he's able to just kind of pull without any additional pressure on his muzzle. Right, I just took it off here because he's playing for a break. He's able to just kind of power through just like he did before on the prong collar. Good job. Nice. He's going to start barking at you now. Good job. All right. Well, thanks for the practice session and fun. You guys have a good you guys have a good walk. Thanks, you too. Come on, Chip. We got to get you some more practice with that thing on. Good boy. Good sit. No. Oh. Let's go back to playing. Come here, big guy. Come. Good boy. Wait. I know. I know. It's not your favorite. Hold on. Let me put this here. All right. So now that we have the hand halter back on, I did tighten up a little bit just because sometimes when he's messing with it, he can pull it up over his head. Um, the reason why I start loose, of course, too, is so that way he can kind of get used to it without it resting with too much force on his face in the beginning. And as you can tell, he's still able to pant and take treats and drink water with it on. It's not like we have it so tight that he's not able to open his muzzle or anything like that. But yeah, so the reason why we're utilizing this is just so that way people either with less strength or children or anybody with dexterity issues can also have an opportunity to walk him a lot easier just because any excess force that he starts pulling with, he actually leverages against himself. So it's a good way that he can actually control. He doesn't understand it yet because it's so new to him, but he can actually control the amount of correction that he gets, right? So if we keep the leash nice and loose and I stop, yes, good boy, and then he stops and pays attention, then that that pressure or any tension on the lead goes away, right? But if he ignores and pulls through like he's before when he's super excited to go and play with the pup, um, then it's going to be a lot more uncomfortable for him, right? And that's just something up, up, good boy, up, up. And that's just something that he's just got to get used to. But if we practice with him every day, we have a much higher chance of him getting used to it faster and it only bothering him when he starts pulling against it. This way, bud. Good boy. Trying to loosen it up for him a little bit because he actually, once again, because he's bugging the equipment because it's something new on his face, he ends up sliding it up, making it tighter than it needs to be. Just readjusting it down. Good boy. So you can kind of see. No, come here. Good boy. So you can kind of see instead of tugging him around now, we're mostly focused on calling him to us. Him focusing on where we're going and what we're doing will really help. And then if he starts pulling because he's too excited or too far, good boy, right? That tension is now something that he can't just easily ignore like he could before and pull through. Good boy, yes. Because as soon as he starts to pull, good boy, he recognizes it makes him uncomfortable. He's able to redirect his focus. I'm helping him a little bit by going along with him. It's one of those times where I could hard stop or change direction. Come on, this way. Good boy. Flint. There you go. And then even easier is having him follow us on the heel. See, he's just trying to plow through it. He's just not able to, right? So I stopped. He wanted to keep going. You can see here, he can still open his mouth and everything. I stopped. He wanted to keep going, but it was just too uncomfortable for him. So he had to stop pulling. He had to redirect his focus. Good boy, come. Good. Heel. Good. Stepping on the lead. Let me fix your ball. Okay, hold on. Okay, go. Boy. Up, up. Boy, come. Good. Good boy. Nope. So once again, just giving him some corrections there when he's trying to take it off. May give him a break as well, but the goal is to get him used to having it on. So don't want to be taking it off every single time that he messes with it, because that's how he'll learn. If he wants it off, that's all he's got to do. Come on, big guy, up. Come on. Good boy. Our goal here is to just try to get him preoccupied with the world around him like he usually is, following his nose. That way he's not just concentrating on this thing on his face. And so long as we keep up with him and he doesn't go too fast, shouldn't be any additional pressure as well. So this device is good because, or this tool, I guess, is good because it doesn't rely on batteries or anything electronic. But the con of it is just the fact that it's going to definitely take some time for him to get used to. And it's positive because we no longer have to use excessive force or jerk on the chain or the leash. It's actually recommended not to do so with a gear like this, right? Just having the normal force of him pulling is going to be enough of a correction, right? For it to deter him from pulling harder. So what we want to concentrate on doing is maintaining a nice loose leash and guiding him when necessary. So if I wanted to turn around or cross the street to the right, I'll use his name. Chip, this way. Good boy. He refocuses. One more right turn. This way. Right? Some gentle lead guidance. Using as little pressure as possible to help turn him. And you can see how easy it is now to kind of get him to go in the direction that you want to go. Is that especially in the beginning when we want him to get used to having this thing on his face, I don't want to be tugging it all the time. I want him to just understand when he does feel that pressure, it's because he's too far ahead. Good boy. Chip. This way. Good boy. There you go. Good job. Yeah. Yes. Come here. Good. Good boy. So you can see now he's almost forgotten that it's on. Hasn't for a while been trying to take it off, which is really good. Still walking ahead, because I'm not doing anything to engage him, but at least this is helping to make sure that he has a consequence for pulling too hard. And like I said, right now, I actually want him to be more distracted with the environment, so I'm not trying to constantly redirect him or anything. If he pulls too hard, he'll get the pressure on. If he doesn't pull too hard or at all here, even though it looks tight, it's pretty loose. He gets to enjoy the environment. I really need him to, so that way he's not just thinking about the head halter. So, especially during the training process, you're going to have compromises, right? Give and takes while he's learning or getting better at things. And then as he gets better later on, then you can be more strict or more stern about his behaviors. But especially in situations like this, we want to try to set him up for success as much as possible. Chip, good boy, this way. Very good. So adding value to his name, right? When I say it, it's because I need him to pay attention. I'm going to reward him for following me, focusing on me for an extended period of time now. Good boy. And all I'm doing is just pretending like I'm holding a treat. Good boy. Come. Right? The touch part, the heel. Good boy. Letting him get distracted. Yes. And then rewarding as soon as he refocuses. Good boy. Did that part on his own. Still want to do everything that we were doing before with his walking training and positive reinforcement and conditioning. It's just now, if he does pull, we don't have to tug on the lead or change direction. The leash itself with the head halter will give the correction because it'll make it uncomfortable when he starts pulling. I don't know what he's getting into there, so I'm going to start walking. Good boy. Okay. And then if he goes too far ahead, you can see there. Good. Yes, good boy. So I'm walking a little bit slower now, trying to get him just kind of interested in whatever the environment is. It looks like he might need to go to the bathroom too, so take him over here to this open field. Not going in anyone's yard. It's always good to have extra bags on you. You can see there he started pulling too hard because maybe interested in the birds. Yeah, a little bit. There you go. See if he goes back to needing to go to the bathroom. So once again, good boy. This way. If he starts pulling too hard, he now has a consequence. I need to actually fix the leash so that's not going over up into his eyes. Come here, bud. Wait. Wait. Good boy. Good job. Wait. Wait. Good boy. There you go. Good. Want to sit down a little bit lower. You can adjust this too. So take it off of him and get that back at home, but you can kind of see when it's loose. It's actually loose. It's just sitting on him. Going downhill is difficult. You did good slowing down though. This also does make his leash a little bit longer, so you can end up dragging a lot. So I'm usually having to wrap it up a little bit. With this length as well, it could also be good to clip onto like the back of a harness. See where it kind of would rest. And that way it would also help to split the pressure between the head halter and the rest of his body. And that also could make it easier for him to get used to, so long as he's not pulling too much. And then if he does start pulling too much, we can always unclip it from the harness, so that way all the pressure is redirected back towards his muzzle part for more discouragement. Good boy. See, so too far there. Good boy. Good. He wants to just go and ignore the pressure, but he can't. I'm just kind of riding that line with him right now, trying to make it easy for him as he's trying to make it hard for himself. Here we go. This way, big guy. Good boy. He definitely has his moments when it's bothering him and he just is trying to take it off, usually in the beginning. But yeah, let's see. We're about 15, probably 20 minutes into the walk now. Good boy. And he's not letting it bother him so much. Good boy. So it can definitely be possible. Sometimes things like this can take a week or two. Just depends on how often he's going to be walked with it on, how consistent we are with it. So there is a good example, right, of a time when we would want additional leverage. Good boy. So I can hold him back without having to put extra force in, because he gets excited because the other dog's there barking at him. He runs over and immediately he feels the pressure on that leash and stops. Right? This is really good. So a tool like this can really help him not only with his walking behaviors, but also with the handler in case they need to redirect him when he's being overreactive because he's either excited or unsure of a pup. And all the times so far that I've had him be reactive and start barking is just from uncertainty. He's actually got a really good temperament and demeanor. He just needs the opportunity to close the gap and play with people. Might go ahead and pause here because it looks like he might need to go to the bathroom again. Good boy. It's a little crooked on his face again. It's okay. Good boy. Oh. Hey. Good boy. Leave it. He's getting distracted by the traffic sounds over there. Chip, come. Sit. Good boy.